Greetings, Leo. I hope you're doing lovely. This is going to be your weekly reading from the 22nd of April through the 5th of May. So, ladies and gents, I'm using a new tarot deck, and I'm quite enthused with it. I just started using it yesterday, and it's called Tarot of Sexual Magic. I'm sure a lot of you are quite familiar with it. If not, let me familiarize you with it. All right, so we're gonna go with the flow, ladies and gents. What's going on with you this week? The end of April. What's going on with lions and lionesses in love? What is going on? What's the overall energy that's gonna be experienced in your love life? Ooh, okay. Well, look, it looks like someone here is definitely trying to make an effort when it comes to connecting with you. All right, it seems as if there's this propensity toward experiencing reciprocity within the relationship. But with that said, I'm kind of questioning how that's flowing. How is that going? Okay? How is that going? It seems as if there's an intention, at least it's positive, all right? I'm not seeing someone walk away or this being sabotaged or anything. There's an intention to connect, there's an intention to plant seeds that will prosper at a later time. But how good is that cultivation going? Let's look deeper. Tell us more about what's going on here. 10 of Wands, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you, I picked up a bit of stress. I picked up a bit of stress here since the get-go. All right. Now, Leo, considering that there may be a bit of a burden pressing this week, how are you feeling? What are your feelings? What is your energy when it comes to your romantic love? What is your energy towards the person that you're dealing with, Leo? Well, the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is all about reminiscing. You see, look at this individual here. This woman seems to be staring at a mirror, all right? And this spells nostalgia. So you may be focused on how the relationship used to be in the past. All right, or you may be reminiscent on just an event, a specific event that took place in the past. Okay, tell me more about Leo's energy. So, Leo, well, look, whatever happened here, I feel that you have this energy of willing to walk away from whatever you're holding on to in the past, whatever sort of goodness there was in the past, or whatever sort of badness there was in the past. You are bound to just not pay attention to it and just continue on, okay? However, are you doing that? It doesn't seem like you're doing that. It's like I see this propensity of within you to ignore anything that is hindering evolution, if you will, or progress. But I don't necessarily see you doing it, Leo. All right? This may be something that you're in the process of doing. What actions is Leo planning on taking? What actions is Leo inclined to take? All right. We're going to look at your person here in just a moment. So, Leo, you most certainly want to get over any sort of obstacle that's in the way. It's like you're seeking to surmount anything, and you're most certainly wanting to come forward and connect with the individual that you're dealing with. As we see the Queen of Cups just completely loving this individual, right? The man's between her legs and they're just hugging each other, and this woman is just absolutely nurturing the guy, right? That's what I get the sense of, and that's where I see you going. So, Leo, you may find yourself right now in a bit of this stuck energy, okay? There's still this energy of residual past events or memories that you're pondering on, that you're stuck on. Nevertheless, if you aren't necessarily entertaining those, you're in the process of moving on from past paradigms, from past energy, and moving on towards bringing about something new. All right, doing away with the past and completely just come here, baby. All right, come here, baby. Two of Cups. I want your energy, and I want to give you mine. All right, that's what I'm saying. All right, now what's going on with your person? What is your person's energy, Leo? What is their energy in this situation? During this time, the end of April, what is their energy towards Leo? All right, Nine of Swords. Ooh. Look, interesting. There's a black cat, ladies and gentlemen. There's a black cat. Look, most certainly there are feelings here. Okay, there are feelings here, but I feel that whomever it is that you're dealing with is kind of just going with emotion. It's kind of like, I'm with this person, and this is who I'm with, and this is like the situation that I'm kind of stuck in right now. They may not be processing that intellectual output that I enunciated per se, but that's the sort of energy that I'm getting here. It's kind of like, look at this king's face. He's kind of like bored. He's kind of just disassociated with his lover. All right, he's just like, he's going with emotion essentially. All right, and that's exactly what this Nine of Swords energy speaks about. You see, in the traditional tarot, the Nine of Swords is a card of stress. It's a card of stress, but based on what I'm saying here, there's still engagement between you and your mate. Yet there's friction. Okay, there's friction. There's a lack of association. Tell me more. Tell us more about this individual, whomever it is that Leo is dealing with. Nine of Pentacles. Well, this individual is definitely compelled to focus on themselves. The Nine of Pentacles is a card of, independence, focusing on your own abundance, bringing a sense of fulfillment through yourself. Okay? So I get the sense, and what's quite curious is that this individual's energy is, there are two nines, the Nine of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. And if we look at the major arcana, number 9, it's the Hermit. The Hermit is all about isolation, is all about solitary. That's just the essence of a number 9. It's a solitary number. On the high side of it, it exudes wisdom, right? Because introspection and isolation gives room for contemplation, etc. So there's good things to come from isolating energy, if you will. All right, like stability, like what your person seeks to or tends to be moving towards, essentially. Now, to further elaborate, look what we got here. Look at this queen, and look at how she's completely disregarding her mate. That's exactly the sort of energy that I'm getting from your person. Okay? Now, tell me more about this individual's feelings. Help us understand Leo's mate. All right? Help us understand Leo's mate. Queen of Swords. This individual here is kind of stuck on a paradigm where they've kind of turned cold. They've turned cold. Look at the heart on the table. All right. As we know, the Queen of Swords is ruled by the air element, and she's often associated by or described as the cold queen, right? She's the queen of the cold. There's a lack of emotions within this individual. There's really sharp forms of communication. All right, I'm not saying that that's what they're necessarily going to exude to you, but this is what they're moving toward. Okay, this is an emotional conundrum that I see developing in this individual. Okay, there's most certainly emotional pain here, and they just aren't too happy. They aren't too happy with you, Leo. That is certain. They're still involved. They're still looking at you. They're still scrutinizing you, but their heart is cold. All right, their heart is cold. However, they're still going with emotion, ladies and gentlemen. They're still going with emotion. They're still involved, despite the fact that they have a propensity towards isolation, like I emphasized just a second ago. All right. Now, Leo. Any words of wisdom for Leo that will facilitate them in this situation? Any words of wisdom for Leo that will facilitate them? All right. Ooh, 5 of. All right. Leo, look. It behooves you to focus on the potential that still exists within the situation. All right? Because I feel that what's going on here can most certainly lead you to focusing on the negativity that has ensued. It's going to be really easy for you to focus in that water, which is essentially the reflection, the memory of the negativity that has ensued within the relationship, rather than the present. You see that, man? Rather than it does, don't associate yourself with genders unless it fits, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we're reading energy here, so these illustrations don't necessarily have to apply to you. Try to understand the message that I'm trying to convey to you. All right. So what I'm telling you is that I feel that right now you're in a state where it's really easy for you to be swept by your emotions and be consumed with thoughts of pessimism when it comes to this relationship, and that's going to hinder you from really giving attention to what is present. You see this woman, how she's basically giving attention to her illusions, to her mental chimeras, rather than the present material world that's in front of her. There's still opportunity here, ladies and gentlemen. There is still opportunity. I see it, I sense it, and I really get the sense that this is still reconcilable. I see you going that route anyway. All right? So, in regards to your advice, ladies and gentlemen, focus on the positivity if that's what you're seeking to manifest within this relationship. Remind yourself that you are in a state where you're quite vulnerable and can be easily swept by your own memories, by your own thoughts into pessimism, which will hinder you from moving on or surmounting obstacles. All right, ladies and gents? Now, Leo, I'm going to take this to the extended, and I'm going to bore deeper. I'm going to dissect whomever it is that you're dealing with, and I'm going to see what actions are going to be taken towards you and where this situation is going to be going. With that said, Leo, the link to the extended will be in the description. Otherwise, ladies and gents, remember, stay positive. At this time, you're quite vulnerable or you're quite susceptible to moving towards pessimism, and you do not want that. You do not want that if you're wanting to salvage this relationship. I'll see you guys.